You're watching Newsround this Monday afternoon with me, Ricky. Plenty to get through over the next 5 minutes. How free messaging apps are taking over the text message, and can you tell your blue tits tweets from your robins? This is Newsround. But first this afternoon, we're talking about healthy eating and how we know what's good for us and what isn't. We all know that too many chocolates, fizzy drinks or crisps are a bad idea. But what about things like fruit juice? It comes from fruit and sounds healthy, but now a top health advisor is saying we should avoid it because many fruit juices contain unhealthy amounts of sugar. It's all very confusing. Leah's been looking into it.
Whether it's breakfast, lunch or dinner, experts agree we should all be eating plenty more of fruit and veg like this to keep us healthy.
For the last 10 years, the government's been telling us to eat 5 pieces of fruit and veg a day, but there is a debate about what should count towards that.
Almost all fruit and veg, including apples and carrots, are included in the 5 a day, but now there are big question marks over whether drinking fruit juice should count.
Dr. Susan Jebb is a health advisor to the government, and she wants drinks like orange and apple juice to be taken out of the 5 a day guidance. That's because she says some contain as much sugar as other sugary drinks like cola. Juice also contains less fibre than the actual fruit, and fibre is very important to help digestion.
So instead of this, Dr. Jebb recommends we take a piece, the real thing.
Thank you, Leah. Well, I'm joined now by Charlotte Evans. You're a nutritionist, so you should know what's good and what's bad for us. First of all, easy question, is fruit juice bad for us?
Well, it's certainly not as good for us as fruit and vegetables, because then you get all the fibre and everything like that and all the nutrients. And there's just something about sugar in drinks that it's just not as... it's bad for us. It's really... we can't tell the difference between a soft drink or a fruit juice when it comes to the sugar in drinks.
And I mean, it all sounds quite confusing, but do we actually know what is good for us then? I mean, what should be in these juices?
Well, there's been a lot about sugar recently, and really sugar in food isn't as bad. You know, we eat more yoghurts because they're flavoured with sugar, and breakfast cereals that are really good for us and have got lots of vitamins and minerals. So I would say if you're only going to do one thing, look at your drinks and what you're drinking, and try and drink more water.
About our drinks.
Yeah.
More water?
I would.
What about
labelling?
labelling? Should it be clearer what's actually in these juices?
Yeah, but it takes such a lot of time, doesn't it, looking at all these labels? So I think the food industry, food companies should make it easy for us to make the right choice. OK, thank you so much for coming in, Charlotte. Appreciate it. Let's move on to some tech news now. And the number of SMS text messages sent in Britain fell for the first time last year. More people are using instant messaging apps like Snapchat. The research carried out by Deloitte, a group that monitors the latest trends, suggests we sent 160 billion instant messages in 2013 compared to 145 billion old-school texts. They reckon messaging apps, which are usually free, will carry more than twice the number of messages sent by text this year. Head online to let us know how you message. Let's get some entertainment news now. Some of the biggest stars on the planet, including Taylor Swift, flocked to the red carpet in LA last night for the Golden Globes. The ceremony didn't get off to the best of starts, though. Just hours before, a water leak flooded the red carpet and staff had to mop up the puddle. Once that was sorted, Disney's Frozen won the Best Animation, beating Despicable Me 2, and 3D space thriller Gravity won Best Director. Next, we have a bit of a quiz for you right now. Can you guess which bird is making this sound? Well, that is the robin. What about this one? That one is the blue tit. And this one, finally? Yeah, well, that was the wood pigeon. Don't worry if you didn't guess them, you're not alone. BBC Gardener's World asked more than 1,000 people to identify 5 different types of garden birds by their song. Only 11% of them could identify the call of a blue tit. A quarter managed to recognise a robin's song, and 30% correctly guessed the song of a house sparrow. A blackbird song was recognised by less than a third. The only bird whose song was identified by more than half was the wood pigeon. And head online to our website. It is the place to be if you want to find out just how good you are at guessing which birds make which sound. Make sure you get online to the quiz. That's all from the Newsround team for now. I'm back at 6:55. I'll see you then. Bye-bye.
What's up, CBBC? Are you ready for Jedward's big